The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parx Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Do you hear that? Well, that's the sound of a Kentucky Derby horse settling to his stall at beautiful Churchill Downs.
Indeed it is, a couple weeks away.
Well, I'm Danny Gibson here at Dick Girardi. We're coming to you from our Parx Racing studio with a great show today. We have Jeff Maddie joining us from the PTHA, talking about all of our upcoming events at Parx Racing. And a 10-year-old horse gets his 10th win for his trainer here at Parx in our local race, and we have a new jockey emerging on the scene here, plus thrilling races from around the country, including the Lexington, the Grade 1 Apple Blossom, and the Federico Tessio.
Yeah, the Derby's 2 weeks from today, Danny, and I know you're interested in a bunch of horses, including that PA bred, and they're all starting to arrive at Churchill Downs.
And especially the champion, the 2-year-old champion, Forte.
Forte, yeah, Todd Pletcher's got a huge barn. I remember I introduced you to Todd last year when we were down there. So yeah, Forte and Angel of Empire, they're all showing up at Churchill for the Derby in a couple weeks from today.
Really something to see, all those signs on the barns there at Churchill Downs. Well, lots of excitement, but we've had some excitement here at Parx as well. There is a new apprentice rider on the scene, Sophia Vives, and she comes from a racing family. Her father was a jockey, her uncle was a jockey. She started working for Mark Cassidy, a name you guys all know. He trained the great Wonder Wheel and Wonder Gal, and she had her first ride here at Parx, and it was a win.
Yeah, good place to start. Has won some races in Canada, is riding regularly at Woodbine, but now came here to Parx. First win in the USA.
And it was exciting, and she got to celebrate here with her family. Here's more with the winning jockey.
Delightful Dreamers, Sophia Vives' first ride at Parx is a winning one.
How are you feeling after your big first win here at Parx?
It's a great start, especially with all the family here, and we've been coming for 3 weeks and trying to hustle it out as much as we can 3 days a week, and this is an awesome way to start my 2023 year. So
I could hear your agent screaming.
Yes. He's a really big supporter of mine. I gotta say thank you to my mom, my dad, the whole family.
Did you hear them cheering for
I
you?
mean, without them, we wouldn't have had all the connections here, and my agent is amazing. So hopefully an agent from Canada can come down and we can do something big this year.
And this is a young lady that certainly has a bright future.
Absolutely.
We could see her be our next Eclipse winner.
Looking forward to seeing more of her here at Parx.
Yeah, she's really got a future. We'll see a lot more mounts from Sophia. Congratulations to her. Well, let's get into our local race of the week. This is always a lot of fun for Dick and I, because we have our rivalry with our picks, and you're winning, that's for sure.
I think I am winning, and I think I'd pick Get the W, and I think he's 6-5, and he likes to win, and he's 10 years old, racing for the 94th time. And I think Danny said something about, I don't know about the 7 furlongs, and I think I said, don't even be concerned about the 7 furlongs. Will that be a problem?
That's basically what happened, and we're talking about Monday's 9th race, of course, a starter allowance for horses that had to start for that claiming price of $8,000 or less, going 7 furlongs, $30,000 purse. We talked about our favorite. Let's talk about our second choice, Strugar for Jamie Ness.
Yeah, and that was your pick, Danny. Just came closing last time, and one rule in life, never pick closers against Lone Speed. How many times do I have to tell you
I don't know. It's going to sink in there sooner enough. Here's the call, the local race of the week.
Get the W. To the early advantage from Nimble Beast, who tries to go with him on the outside. From between horses, JW's third, Mitchie. Next at the inside, holding position, is Mr. Roundtree. Up to the outside there from between horses is Strugar. Gap of about 4 lengths, then back to Commissioner G, who's third last, along with Trigger Pool and Swigu Star trails the field. Down the backstretch past an opening quarter in 22-4, and it is Get the W at 6-5 with the head in front. To the outside, Nimble Beast under a bit of a ride, trying to keep pace with this leader. Gap of 2.5, back to JW's third, Mitchie back in third. Fourth and trying to move up is Strugar. Gap of about 3 then, back to Mr. Roundtree in fifth. Up on the outside, Commissioner G advances while sixth, 4 lengths clear. Of a back second to last is Swigu Star and Trigger Pool as they make their way towards the top of the stretch here. They are still being led by Get the W. Get the W turns first from Nimble Beast to the outside. Now on the 3 wide side, it is JW's third, Mitchie, along with Strugar. And here comes Strugar after Get the W. The 2 favorites set to square off through the stretch here. It is Get the W at the inside. To the outside, Strugar tries to run him down in the final 16th of a mile, but up top it is Get the W, who's still doing it well, on top by a length. Strugard continues to chase gamely from second, but it will be Get the W, finds the line in front.
Well, the 10-year-old, he gets his 10th win for trainer Halim Lee and Lee Stables, and just what an important horse this is to their barn. He really got them going.
Yeah, for sure, and he just went over $500,000 in career earnings, Danny. And one of the things about this horse, when he makes the lead, he just doesn't get beat. I got him 7 for 7 in his lifetime. And one of the things people, I think, need to learn, it's not really how fast horses run, but how they run fast. That's an old maxim, and when you get a horse that's comfortable, like Get the W on the lead, they just don't get beat. Distance is irrelevant, basically, and they were never beating them. And sorry, Danny, but that's just the way it was.
Well, another win for DJ, another win for Get the W, and he's well bred too. I mean, he's by Mineshaft, by Seeking the Gold Mare. He's a nice, classy horse, and great to see him get another win.
Yeah, and as a 9 and 10-year-old, he's having the 2 best years of his career. How about that?
What does that say? Age is just a number. Well, we're going to head to our first break, but we have a lot of cool stuff coming up after the break. We have Jeff Maddie joining us talking about our upcoming Pennsylvania bred stakes, our golf tournament, and Kentucky Derby Day, plus national races all on the other side of this break.
Final 16, Secret Oath. Here comes Clariere.
Chapman Ford of Philadelphia is the #1 volume Ford dealer in the Philadelphia region. Again! And we've got new EcoSport, Escape, Explorer, Bronco Sport, and even F-150 inventory, all here and more on the way. And right now, you can lease a new Escape for just $329 a month. Only $329 a month for a new Escape. Or lease a new Explorer for only $399 a month. Just $399 a month for a new Explorer. Chapman Ford of Philadelphia, the #1 volume Ford dealer in the Philadelphia region.
Peace and Justice. Lifetime, he sired over 60% winners from starters and nearly 40% 2-year-old winners from starters. His runners have won or placed in nearly 40% of their starts, with average earnings per starter well above his stud fee. In 2022, his progeny won at 14 racetracks in 10 states. Peace and Justice, standing at Blackstone Farm, PA.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action. Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Pleased to have Jeff Maddie, our Executive Director of the PTHA, here with DJ and I to talk about lots of fun things coming up at Parks. And what do we have coming up?
So we have our first stakes schedule, our first stakes races this year. The Pennsylvania Breds Restricted going on April 24th. We have 31 stakes altogether this year, so we're really looking forward to that. Dave Osajenik and his team did a great job, obviously culminating on Pennsylvania Derby Day this year, which will be September 23rd. So hopefully we can eclipse last year. Second to none, over $18.5 million was wagered. So big shoes to fill, but I think our staff at the PTHA, Dave's staff on the backside, we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, over $6 million in purses, stakes purses, as Jeff said, 31 stakes all the way into December. And I just happened to write about it on Let'sGoRacingParks.com this week because, as Jeff said, starting on Monday, the stakes schedule is underway.
Yeah, all the stars will be here. And we also have our golf outing coming up. You have put a lot of work. Our team has really put a lot of work into this. We're excited about it. Talk about the golf outing.
So our golf outing's on May 4th, for those of you that are not aware. We've had many of our horsemen sign up, many sponsorships. We have had 3-tier sponsorships, grade 1s, grade 2s, and allowance sponsorships. And we're very appreciative of the men and women, not only on the backside, but our racing community, trainers, owners from around the Mid-Atlantic. They've really stepped up to, as you know, Turning for Home, a second to none aftercare program we have right here. at the PTHA. We've rehomed over 3,500 horses since 2008, and it's events like this, it's fundraisers like this that can not only keep our program where it is, but can propel it into 2024 and many years beyond.
Yeah, the golf is really cool. It was great last year, but after there's food, there's bidding, auction items, and you get to listen to Danny and I. We will try to give out the Derby winner. Of course, last year we both gave out Rich Strike, as everybody's aware of.
No brainer. That was worth the price of admission right there. But
It
yes,
was very easy.
It's going to be, if you're not a golfer, we'd encourage you to come out for our dinner. We'll have a bar, and we'll have great food, great drinks, great time. It's $50. That starts at 4 o'clock. So again, we're going to cater to a lot of golfers, but if you're not a golfer out there, we do encourage participation. You can get your ticket. Please visit our website or call the office, and we'll get you a ticket for $50.
And this is where Jeff used to hang out when he was younger.
Yeah, my first job. It was my first job. Yep. First job, so it's coming full circle.
Well, and we're going to be starting the bidding on the Flightline halter. We're going to be raffling tickets, but we're actually going to raffle it off on Kentucky Derby Day. How cool is that?
I think it's a second to none item. I mean, arguably probably one of the best horses, not only ever. I mean, DJ, you'd probably say, right?
He's right up there with ever. No question about it.
It's thanks to Bruce and our connections with West Point, we were able to get the halter, and I think it's going to really add to it. As you said, we're going to auction it off. We're going to start the process at the golf outing, and then auction it off on Kentucky Derby Day, which will be one of our first 3 Saturdays. We're going to run all 3 Triple Crown Saturdays. Front side Parks Racing. They're going to have giveaways. We'll have a great time, family fun, atmospheres, DJs, the whole 9 yards. So we look forward to that first Saturday, Kentucky Derby Day, which is May 6th.
Correct.
And then we'll go to Preakness, and then we'll go to Belmont. So we encourage fans to come out. They can see live racing here and bet on the Triple Crown races.
Oh, lots of fun coming up, and really cool to get a chance to own a piece of greatness with the Flightline halter. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and lots of excitement coming our way.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
Well, we're going to get into our national races. We're going to head to Keeneland for the Grade 3 Stone Street Lexington for 3-year-olds. $400,000 purse, a mile and 16th. Trying to get those last points for the Kentucky Derby, and our favorite is First Mission for Brad Cox.
Yeah, Brad Cox again. This horse coming off a maiden win, but a really impressive maiden win at the Fairgrounds.
Disarm, sent out by trainer Steve Asmussen, is our second choice.
Yeah, Disarm is really the only horse in here with a chance to get points that have enough to get into the Derby. He's going to need to finish in the top 3.
Well, here's the call to Stone Street Lexington.
Arabian Lion on top by a length and a half. Prairie Hawk is second by just a neck. First Mission inches forward, a closer third down to the inside. Another length and a half. Demolition Duke and Disarm moving up side by side as they head to the far turn, just to the inside of Empire Strikes Fast. Then Dennington, Curly, Larry, and Moe. Reinvest caught wide next to last. Baseline beater trails 48.01 seconds, the time for the first half mile. Arabian Lion, the leader. Arabian Lion leads at a length and a half. First Mission is second, midway on the far turn. Prairie Hawk is in third. Disarm is fourth, looking for running room. Now goes to third, 3.5 lengths off the lead. Demolition Duke is fourth to his inside, but Arabian Lion leads to the top of the short stretch in the Stone Street Lexington. Arabian Lion with First Mission having plenty of room to the inside and trying to scoot up the rail to challenge Arabian Lion. Close quarters between this pair, then Disarm, and then Dennington. First Mission keeps running up the inside. First Mission grabs the lead.
First Mission up the rail with jockey Luis Saez, and really came off his maiden victory and moved forward.
Yeah, and you gotta love my man Irad on Arabian Lion. He's out in the middle of the track and he sees Saez coming up the rail, switches over to almost cut off his path, but Saez is fearless. Came right through. Disarm did finish third. Enough points to go in the Derby. I don't know if Steve Asmussen and they have made the decision yet or whether they're going to go, but he can. First Mission, I think we'd see him next to the Preakness.
Well, speaking of the Preakness, let's head to Laurel Park. It's the Federico Tessio. This is a win and you're in to get into the Preakness for 3-year-olds, a mile and an eighth, $125,000 purse. Coffee with Chris is our favorite.
Yeah, Coffee with Chris is solid, just doesn't run too many bad races, should be near the lead, you would think.
And our very own Butch Reed, 90% Maddie, has second choice favorite Paco Lopez in the ride.
Could not have been more impressive here in the city of brotherly love, won by almost 10 lengths on the 6th of March.
Well, we'll see if he repeats that race. Here's the call to Federico Tessio.
It's Coffee with Chris ahead in front, now a neck in front for 90%. Maddie Fletcher is in third. Summer Cause is in fourth. Eldest Son Travels in fifth. Time to Cruise sixth. Here's Prince of Jericho, well settled in, 7 or 8 lengths on the front. They're followed by Circling the Drain and Perform trailing the field. The opening quarter mile win at 24.47 as they head down the backstretch now. And Coffee with Chris to catch. And second, the outside, 90% Maddie still after a 48.48 half mile. Here's Fletcher traveling in third position, saving ground. Summer Cause is in fourth spot, heading into the far turn run with a half mile left to go. Time to Cruise is coming under a bit of pressure as they round the turn. Prince of Jericho still 6 or 7 from the lead. Eldest Son is next, and Circling the Drain is now in between horses, still 10 from that lead. They reach the midway point on the turn. 90% Maddie and Coffee with Chris in a head-to-head battle, and they're 4 lengths clear now. 4 lengths on top from the battling Fletchers. Drop back in third. Eldest Son racing in fourth. Prince of Jericho trying to get something going. Driven to the inside now, shifting just a bit off the rail. Eldest Son racing on the far outside and Circling the Drain way out the center of the track with a lot to do. 90% Maddie, a furlong left to go, has survived that duel with Coffee with Chris. On the outside, Eldest Son, Prince of Jericho. Perform has come from the back of the pack with a rail rally, a rousing rail rally, now shifting off the inside. Here comes Perform and time!
Perform just gets right by 90% Maddie for the win. Shug McGahee, Fergal Lynch, just caught him at the wire.
Look, the best horse didn't win. That sometimes happens. I mean, everybody saw the speed duel between the 1 and the 5, 90% Maddie, and then Perform just happened to pick up the pieces at the end. But they got themselves a nice horse, 90% Maddie.
Oh, they certainly do. We caught up with our very own Butch Reed to see what's next for this very nice colt. That had to be a little bit of a heartbreaker, getting nipped at the wire.
It certainly was, because he looked so clear, at about the 16th pole. But, that happens in this sport, so you just got to take it and move on to the next thing. But thankfully, he came out of it great, and he looked happy this morning, so he was disappointed, just like we all were.
Well, the million-dollar question is, do you continue on and try to get back into the Preakness, or what could be next for this big budding superstar?
Probably not. We'll look for another spot. I mean, thing I like best, he handled 1 1/8 miles without much difficulty, it looked like. So we'll take a step back and try and regain his confidence a little bit and go on from there.
We're going to jump into the Grade 1 Apple Blossom at Oaklawn Park. This is a $1 million race for our fillies and mares going 1 mile and 16th. And Secret Oath, our Kentucky Oaks winner, is the favorite.
Yeah, was third last year in the Cotillion here at Parks, and she's running against the Cotillion winner from a couple of years ago, Clariere, who just does nothing but run great races, race after race.
Well, 2 superstar ladies in the Apple Blossom.
So Hot and Sultry sets the pace up the backstretch here, and she does it by herself, and she is leading the way by about 6. Secret Oath is second, and then comes Clariere as the 4 of them are spread out. And I feel the Need is trailing the field with a half mile to go, the half in 47.4. As they race into the far turn, and the Apple Blossom still very well spread out. Hot and Sultry with the lead, but Secret Oath with each stride now is chopping into the margin under Tyler Gaffleone. David Cabrera and Hot and Sultry lead the way to the upper stretch, but Secret Oath is closing right in, and then it's a 5-length break to Clariere in the Stone Street colors on the inside as they straighten away at the top of the stretch, and Secret Oath goes on by Hot and Sultry. Secret Oath is drawing clear. Clariere is 3 lengths back, but trying hard with her rally under Joel Rosario. Hot and Sultry to the inside, third, final 16. Secret Oath, here comes Clariere. Secret Oath, Clariere racing on the outside. Clariere gets up.
What a ride by Joel Rosario. Clariere gets up, beats Secret Oath, but it was an exciting race.
It really was an exciting race for a 4-horse race, about as good as it can get. And major kudos to Stone Street and Barbara Banke and Steve Asmus bringing this mare now back as a 5-year-old. She's probably the best bred horse in training. I mean, by Curlin, out of Cavorting, who's a multi-millionaire. So the fact that they didn't breed her and she's back, and now she's closing on almost $3 million. So the Cotillion winner from a couple of years ago, still firing.
She certainly is. Well, we're going to head to a break. When we come back, we are Jockey and Trainer of the Week, and we have a great interview with you as Turning for Home success story and race recap all coming up.
Re-engaging here to the inside is Calculated Breeze, and Barbosa, they've kicked on. They're back up by a length. It's now calculated.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home, and obviously Jockey of the Week is our new apprentice rider, Sophia Vivebs, coming with a great start here at Parks.
Absolutely.
And Trainer of the Week, congratulations, Jacinto Solis. You guys probably know him. He trains Flashing Diamond, really nice 8-year-old mare that has quite a bit of earnings.
There you go. Trainer of the Week.
Trainer of the Week. And we have a great Turning for Home success story to share with you. Trainer Mike Arrow retired Calculated Breeze, a beautiful chestnut Florida bred gelding, and he retired sound. That means with no injuries. He was fine to keep racing, but Mike thought he did a job well done. He had won 3 races out of 16 starts, and he thought it was time for maybe him to do something else.
Yeah, it sounds like he's not only doing something else, but he's doing it well, Danny.
Well, he certainly is. We caught up with Trainer Mike Arrow to hear about Calculated Breeze.
He was kind of losing his speed, so I said, well, we got another occupation for him. I said, let me go down there and see Danny and Danielle. And lo and behold, he ended up being in the right spot, going to that Turning for Home.
2 weeks later, he's in the show ring getting grand champion.
A kind horse, very kind horse. And that's the way I feel. Says somebody, oh, you want to sell me this horse? He ends up in Charlestown or Mountaineer. He deserves better, I like my horses. That's why I keep them forever and I don't win.
Well, you're a gem, Mike. We love talking to you. And Calculated Breeze has enjoyed himself in the show ring now.
That made me feel good.
I mean, it's really cool. 2 weeks after he was on the racetrack, he gets in a horse trailer, goes to a horse show, and does a whole new job he's never done before.
Yeah, that's amazing, especially when you consider how high-strung these thoroughbreds are to be able to do that fast. It's
just shows, how cool. And a lot of you guys probably don't know this, but Mike Arrow retired a horse years ago that went on to the Olympics.
How about that? My man knows what to retire at the right time.
So he's got a great aptitude to that. We love our Mikey Arrow. Well, let's get to race recap. We're going to go to Oaklawn Park. It's the Grade 3 Count Fleet Stakes, 6 furlongs, $500,000, and Steve Asmussen's got a nice sprinter and Skelly out there on the lead.
Yeah, he sure does. Skelly's loose on the lead and is going to just never even think about looking back at 6-1. Is going to get 105 Bayard. I don't know if this is the next Jackie's Warrior or Matoli, but Skelly looks like a serious player in the sprint division.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I saw him out there. A nice, dark, handsome horse. Well, let's go to Keeneland. It's the Grade 1 Jenny Wiley Fillies and Mares on the turf. $600,000 going that mile and 16th, and it's the return of In Italian for Chad Brown.
Yeah, you put one of the best turf mares in the world on the lead in moderate fractions. It doesn't really matter who's in the race. They're not going to catch her. They're not catching In Italian. Chad Brown, Peter Brandt, major player in the division again this year.
Absolutely. Let's get down to Laurel Park. It's the $100,000 Frank Whiteley Stakes going 7 furlongs. You're going to see some Parks horses in there, but that's not what happens here in the deep stretch.
Well, yeah, we're more interested in the horse that finishes third, and I'm going to let Danny say the name. Go ahead, Danny.
Yodelay-hee-hoo. How's that?
That's as good as it gets. And Frank Whiteley, of course, was a legendary horse trainer, trained the great Ruffian among many great horses that he had through the years.
Well, we always like rooting on Yodelay-hee-hoo. Nice third place finish from him. And it's time for Ion Racing.
Yes,
no
indeed.
more Kentucky Derby prep races, but Keeneland's in full action with the Ben Ali, a race I always like because Wise Dan ran in it quite a few times.
Well, there you go. Your man Wise Dan. You love Wise Dan.
I do love Wise Dan. We have 5 stakes down at Laurel Park. Be on the lookout for some park shippers. Oaklawn's wrapping up, but they got the Oaklawn Handicap.
There you go. Always a cool race.
Well, we're going to head to our final break, but we have the stakes races to preview and lots of fun and news and notes coming up.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
And breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs.
And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Here in Pennsylvania, we're proud of our breeding program, the best in North America. But we're also proud to be leaders in this industry. The PA Horse Breeders Association is funding cutting-edge research at Penn Vet to detect gene doping in thoroughbreds. And we endorsed the SAFE Act to help end the slaughter of American horses. Plus, we're pleased to support the aftercare programs set up by our horsemen's groups. Just a few of the reasons why you should join us in Pennsylvania, the premier place to breed and race.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action. Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. News and notes that we're going to preview our two stakes races for Monday. They're Pennsylvania bred races. Let's start with the Unique Bella. This is for our fillies and mares going that tricky 7 furlong distance. And I get to pick first because I lost.
Well, no, you didn't pick first last week.
Okay.
That's fine. That's how
I
this
didn't pick
works.
first.
Yeah.
This is a hard one for me, I'll be honest. It
Right.
breaks my heart not to go with Golden Tabby or Mia Tuska. Of course, I'm in the barn with them, but I am going with Disco Ebo, whose just numbers tower over this field.
Yeah, it's won 3 in a row. I have one prediction. Butch Reed's going to win the race. He's got half the field. I like Disco Evo too, but I can't pick because that's not the way it works. So I'll go with 90% Bryn for LC Racing, another Butch Reed horse.
Well, let's jump to the boys. This is the Paige McKenney handicap, and we got to see Paige McKenney race here. Really cool for Pennsylvania bred, 7 furlongs, $100,000 purse. So getting all the nice PA breds out, and you get to pick first.
Yeah, and when he's in, I pick him. Barron. He just does nothing but win. He's 11 for 26 lifetime with 7 seconds and loves it here at Parks.
Yeah, another great field. I'm going to go with everyone's favorite uncle, Uncle Ernie, coming up from Gulfstream Park for trainer John Service. But he does like Parks, and he gets Paco Lopez, and I suspect he's going to be pretty competitive.
Yeah,
in
to your
there.
point about Parks, 9 starts, 5 wins in 2 seconds here.
Well, we want to congratulate Jessica Paquette, our track announcer, for completing the Boston Marathon. So not only our horses are runners, our track announcers are runners.
I texted her and said I might be able to do the 385 yards. No chance on the 26 miles. Congratulations to Jess. That's an awesome achievement.
It certainly is. And Swiss Skydiver, the Preakness winner, she had her foal in Japan, and we are so excited to see if she's as precocious as her mama.
Yeah, beat the Derby winner, authentic, and a great stretch still with the Preakness.
Absolutely. Well, that wraps it up for Dick and I this week. We had a great show. Hope you did too. Post time's 12:40. Make sure you come out. You don't want to miss all the fun stuff coming up here at Parks. We will see you next week. Thanks for watching Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now. It's